county of Nairobi. We now cross over to the county of Kisumu. Achola Simon is on standby. Achola, would like to hear from you on what has been the situation since the morning hours, this amid calls by the youth, or if you like, the Gen Z, on demonstrations across the country. Achola?
Well, thank you, Irene. Increased levels of movement here in Kisumu CBD as compared to what we witnessed in the morning, where most of the streets are actually deserted and there was a minimal, if any, movement along the streets here in Kisumu County. We also witnessed that most businessmen had actually kept off their business, and most of the businesses were actually remained closed in the better part of the morning. Well, most of the businesses remained closed, but what we are actually witnessing is the fact that most of them, of the business men and women, are actually coming out slowly, and most of them are actually just sitting outside their premises as they await to see what exactly happens or the day unfolds, and then from there they can actually decide if they will be opening their businesses or not. You can actually see also the increased number of boda riders, not just on the roads but also along the roads. That tells you that the situation is much more calmer than it was in the morning. Irene, in the morning, what has actually happened here in Kisumu County is the fact that police or the security agents here have actually taken control of the situation, and they have managed to restrict demonstrators to the on the outskirts of the Kisumu CBD, and they have restricted actually them in Kondele and just past Kondele, and what they've been doing is that they've actually been monitoring the situation, and any moment they see a smaller group of demonstrators gathering, they have actually moved swiftly and dispersed the crowds. What we actually know for a fact also is that one of the figureheads or the leading heads in terms of demonstrations in the region, activist Boniface Catch, has actually just been arrested as they tried to make their way to the CBD, and after that, of course, the small group that he was actually leading was actually dispersed by the police, and of course ensuring that they could not move beyond the Jaramogi Oginga Teaching and Referral Hospital. I'll also just put you up to speed of exactly what is happening in Ahero. I've just talked to one security officer in that place, and what I'm actually being told is that the situation is much more calmer as it is here in Kisumu CBD, and the police have actually managed to take control over the situation. They've actually opened the barricaded bridge, that is a Ahero bridge, and people are now actually moving freely. However, I'm actually informed that tension remains high, and is a matter of running battles of cat and mouse between the security agents and a group of young men who've actually been engaging the police since morning. Out of that, there's nothing extraordinary that actually happened here in Kisumu County. The security agents continue to patrol the streets. They also continue to take a vantage position in various parts of the CBD just to ensure that they are in control of exactly what is happening. We did manage to speak to a number of locals who've actually expressed their support for the demonstrations. They say they will continue to picket if the government allows, and if the security officers allows them to actually picket. However, they are calling for dialogue, and they're saying that if indeed the government can actually come up with a structured way of having a dialogue, so that then they can actually iron out a number of issues that the Gen Zs have actually raised, they will be more than willing to actually ensure that they engage in such a structured way of resolving the current stalemate. Other than that, of course, we remain to see what exactly will be unfolding here in Kisumu County, and no doubt you can actually rely on us in terms of bringing you up to speed with a full picture of what will be happening here in Kisumu County. Back to you, Irene Odim.